Welcome to my first Guild Wars video. I thought I'd make this one about character creation and explaining some of the basics of the game, as well as a bit of a playthrough as well. So the first thing you have to do is create a new character. So you can either double click the create character box or click here, which is create character. These are my other characters. Yes, I play as females. Don't judge me. Anyway, so the first thing you're going to have to decide is what race you're going to be. So you have the Char, you have the humans, Norns, Azura and Sylvari. Char are like big cat people, very aggressive and warlike. You should know what humans is, I'd like to think. The Norn is basically a big human, kind of like a Viking, I suppose, what it's supposed to be referring to. Again, a very warlike race. The Azura is a small, originally underground dwelling, highly intelligent race. And then you've got the Sylvari, which is a fairly new race, and they're plant people, but I'm going to be a Norn because I like them. You get to choose if you want to be a male or a female, and as you probably guessed from my first scene, I'm going to be a female. Why? Because they're better to look at than the males. The next thing you have to decide is what sort of profession you want to be. Warrior, straightforward, quite good DPS, great fun to play, can be a bit squidgy, but if you're in a big group, then you probably have a healer and other people casting protective skills on you. That doesn't mean to say you can't do some decent board content on your own. Guardian, as it says, it favours melee. It is a support character and it uses defensive magic. Revenant is melee or ranged. They invoke legendary heroes, and they are a magic wielding fighter, as it says down the bottom. If you want to know what anything is, just read the description. This Guild Wars is very user friendly. Ranger, yep, uses bow and arrow. There are obviously other classes which you can change them into, which is for later on in the game. You also get a pet when you're a ranger. Then you have a thief, which is one of my favourites. Melee character, uses stealth and evasion. It says acrobatic combat. I'm not very good at acrobatic, I just like shooting things. Engineer, again melee or ranged. They use turrets, which are quite good. You can have a healing turret, a missile turret, a net turret, etc, etc. Necromancer, if you're into this sort of game type, you'll know what a necromancer does. Someone's undead and uses minions. Elementalists uses earth, air, fire and water magic to basically kill things, which is what the game's about. And a mesmer is all about illusion. So for this one, as I said to you, I'm going to be a thief, purely because I have nearly enough to of everything else. So once you've decided what you want to be, just click over to your next screen, which is where you're going to select your appearance. Now you can change your body height, be really tall or really small. Your thief you see coming quite small because obviously it's supposed to be a nimble, thiefy character. I'm going to go for mid height. And you get to choose the physique. Guild Wars doesn't have a huge amount of options when it comes to changing the physique as opposed to some other games. As you can see, there's only 6 to choose from here. You can hide the armour. Obviously it's family friendly, and toggle the lighting. So I'm just going to go for that. Now you can choose tattoos, but just a word of warning, most tattoos will be covered over by your armour. There's not much in the way of flesh revealing armour, which again makes Guild Wars a nice family friendly game to play. So I'm just going to quickly choose one. Well, I say quickly, that's quite good. You can change the face, the head style, depending on what your preference is. Just going to go for that. And you can change your hairstyle, there's quite a few to choose from. If you want to see what your character looks like from around, just click your left mouse button and rotate. I'm just going to go with that. You can change the face details to an extent. I generally don't bother because most of the time you're looking at the back of your character. The nose, mouth, chin. And then the armour dies. This is really just affects your starting armour, as you get a load of different options later on in the game. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, as I said, it only really affects your starting armour. The next screen is your profession related question, which really determines your starting gear. So, do you want a full face cowl, do you want a headband, or do you want a hood? These are all hideable in game anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. The next one determines your initial personality, if you want to be charming, dignified or ferocious. I'm going to be dignified. The next ones are your race specific questions, which they basically set out what your storyline is going to be. So have a read of these. I'm just going to click on the first one, defeating your ancient foes, and I am going to get really drunk and black out and lose something. With the Norns, you get a choice of a spirit guide, which is bear, snow leopard, wolf and a raven. Again, doesn't have too much impact on the game, to be fair, just pick whichever one you want. Then the last part is to name your character, because she's going to be using pistols. I'm going to call her Bullet Lock. And down here in the bottom left hand corner it just explains to you what the name needs to be. Once you've done that, you're into the game, so it's quite straightforward.
I am Norn, hunter of the wild, born of the free and rugged Shiver Peak Mountains. In the far north, my people fought our greatest enemy, Jormag, a dragon of frost and snow. The dragon broke our pride, but it did not break our spirit. In our last hour, we heard the voices of 4 of the spirits of the wild: bear, raven, snow leopard, wolf. They called us south, away from certain annihilation. We founded the Great Lodge of Holbreck and claimed new hunting grounds. Some say we should not fight Jormag. I say the greatest risk is to wager nothing at all. One day, a hero will lead us home, and we will break the dragon's icy grip. I was born in the fire of combat. My spirit has been forged and tempered like steel. Like my ancestors before me, I seek glory. One day, I will take my place among the heroes of the Norn. My strength is a gift from the spirits of the wild. With it, I can hold back the tide. I can move mountains. I can overcome anything that stands in my way. I am still untested, but already my deeds have earned me friendship and great respect. Each year, a great hunt is called in Holbreck. Only the best among us are invited to participate. I shall use my might to collect trophies that prove my worth, then drink and boast of my victories. I accept this challenge. I relish it. Come danger, come adventure. In the lodges and halls of my people, my strength will make me immortal. This is my story.
So there you go, once you got past the first intro video, you're straight into what's called an instance. Now an instance is basically, it's part of the real map, but separating as much as you don't have all the other characters and access to all of the game features in it yet. So in this case, it's just a tutorial telling you how to move about. It's straightforward, WAS and D. Once you've learned the hint, close it. If you're not sure what to do at any point, down here in the bottom right hand corner, look for the green star. That's your quest marker. And if you're really not sure, top right hand corner, if you can see my mouse, flags it up on the map where you need to go. If you've got this green star up here, this is where your quest is going to be. So follow that.
Over here. You don't want to miss a chance with me.
Right mouse button lets you look around, as it says, and then you can talk to Thora. And this goes into a little cutscene. If you want to skip cutscenes, right hand corner,
hero.
skip
Are
to
you
end.
here to take part in this year's great hunt?
Of course I am. Just tell me what needs to be done and stand clear.
Hunt down the wildest animals you can find and take trophies from your kills. Present only the finest to Ido the Tanner to prove your worth. Whoever has the best trophy and whose bravery is the greatest will be invited to join the Great Hunt. Newt Whitebear has said this season's event will be one of the most dangerous, so be ready. I've even heard the renowned Erstagulkin might attend.
I look forward to impressing them both, after I've earned my place in the hunt.
Okay, so before you go running off, just going to go through a few bits and pieces. First thing you'll do is you'll get some mail, open that up, and you'll receive your Golem Banker. Click on Take All, and then you can just delete that email. Once you've got him, open up, press I, or click on the backpack, inventory, I, and there you have your Golem Banker. I mean, as this account is quite a few years old, I've opened up a few other bits and pieces. So I've got teleports to friend and a copper-fed salvage-o-matic, which you won't have access to straight away. And the Hall of Monuments comes from playing Guild Wars 1. So I'm not going to use the Golem Banker yet. Once you double-click on it, it lasts for about 2 weeks, and it gives you instant, I will show you, it gives you instant access to your bank account. So double-click him. This is my bank, and it is full, as you can see. So I need to sort out, which I'll get round to at some point.
Great hunt. Each year when the season comes,
And what that's done is put a little Golem Banker down. F to talk to him. Wait till he's gone past. Thank you very much. And he'll just stay there until you open somewhere else. Nobody else can access him. So let's go and kill our first enemy. Okay, so again, we're looking for these. We've got to go and hunt and kill down, hunt down and kill even our first enemy for the trophy for the Great Hunt. Don't be afraid in Guild Wars to just get stuck in and start hitting things. So I'm just pressing number 1, hit things. At the moment, because it's only the beginning, you've got very basic starter equipment and starter skills. So this is your basic attack, and here Q, if you've got default buttons, sign to Q is your heal. Okay, so we killed that. You see it wasn't very hard. It's not meant to be hard, it's meant to get you into the game. And I didn't pick a very good colour scheme for my character. So anyway, pink and red, or purple. But one thing I said about the hood, if you have a hero panel, which is this button here, you can either press this here or press H. And down here, the first slot is your equipment slot. So it's your actual equipment you're wearing. Click that button, click it again to come back. A wardrobe, you will unlock skins as you play the game. I'm not going to worry about that too much yet. Dyes, you'll unlock these as well. As you can see, I've got quite a few. So dyes, I might as well show you how they work. Basically grab a colour, drop it on, and you see it's
White Bear found a curious beast for the event.
change the colour.
He calls it
And it's free to
You don't say.
change your colour as well.
Think we can expect a few
Click
more
apply
victories
and wear a
in
lovely
Rawlings, then?
shade of whatever colour that is. You get miniatures in the game which follow you around. So let's choose one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's have a mini nature spirit. There he is. Mini nature spirit. And literally he'll just run around with you. There you go. And if you want to hide him, untick it. Gone. Simple.
Don't get your hopes up. I've clearly got the finest.
Finishers is for PvP and World
This
v World.
tiny, it smells of rot. The only thing tiny and rotten here is your head.
Just going to turn my volume down a little bit. So F11 opens up your options, your graphics, general gameplay, sound, and your controller. So if you want to know what your controls, what buttons are mapped to which control, F11, click on control options, and you can find out. Male characters, you do get mail delivered to you. The default one is a pigeon. You can have a Hound of Balthazar. There's an anniversary one. And if you do a super adventure box, you can get this super big dog. So I'm just going to do mine on the pit. I'm going to have a Hound of Balthazar. Glider skins. As you progress in the game, you'll be able to have the ability to glide. But again, that's later game. Mounts. You will have again later in the game. You'll have mounts. I've unlocked all of these, and then you have novelties, which this one doesn't have any. You get your build, which we'll go on to later. At level 11 you start getting hero points.
Great
Get your
hunt.
story journal,
Each year when the season comes, fresh young
which
hunters
tells you where you are
rise
in
to
each
the challenge.
each story,
Exhilarating, isn't it?
and then achievements. So one of the first ones, the easiest ones to start working towards is your Slayer achievement. Just go kill stuff. Kill 1,000 or something and you'll complete each one of these. One of the hardest ones to do though is giants, because there's so few and far between and they're pretty tough. Centaurs, easy, you'll get that quite quick. Flame Legion, Bane, that's in the Char, Hylex, insects, all of this will come to you later in the game. And then mastery points, again that's late game once you got over level 80, which we won't do today. So anyway, I'm going to hide my hood. So click on equipment, click on this tick box,
Chin up.
hood is hidden.
Even if you don't win, at least you had the privilege of meeting new White Bear. Hurry up, Ido.
So I was going to talk to Ido the tamer.
Poor Kettle Keg during her drinks all the ale.
Another cutscene.
Hail, Hunter. I'm the local leather worker. I knows the name. Show me your kills, and I'll make them into trophies you'll be proud to show at the moot. Breaking, singing, and boasting. I love a good old-fashioned moot. Others save their parties for holidays, but I say every day alive's worth celebrating. Hey, Newt, look at this impressive trophy. Worthy of the great hunt, I'd say.
Indeed, you are skilled enough to defeat your prey, and wise enough to revere their spirits. You are worthy to join in this year's great hunt. By my own hand, I've brought the mighty Wormis Sormir. He waits above in the plateau for one such as you to challenge him. The great heir Stegalkin watches over him now, waiting for the hunt to commence. When it is time, you and the others will go to the high ground over the valley. There you will face Sormir and claim victory if you can.
I can and I will. This is where my legend begins.
Okay, so on to the next part of the quest, which is accompany Air on a great hunt. Here you can see you've got an arrow telling you where to go. I'm just going to jump over the wall. You can take full damage if you jump too far, but you do naturally heal. That little green dot, just follow me around. I don't know if you can see it on there. That's your miniature. If you do roll v rolls, people get very annoyed if you got that out.
May Snow Leopard grant you swiftness and grace.
May Raven
So
bless
run
you
upstairs,
see wisdom to understand.
or jog, or whatever it is we're doing right now.
Walk with the pack. In the
And
eyes
we're going to go and fight a giant worm.
of sisters.
Battle with the strength of fear.
So you're quite often find other new people here as well, but over there's another new person, Kiani King. So what we're doing is we're just fighting all these to lure out. Oh, there you go. That was quick, wasn't it? Lure out the big ice worm. Again, don't be intimidated by the size of the creatures on here. Just get stuck in. You do have a dodge button, which I think is defaulted to double tap forward or back.
He's reeling. Let's finish him off.
Watch out for the red circles.
All hail the slayer of
That's
the
a
Isleir.
sign of an AoE, an area of effect attack.
He's no mere hunter, but a champion.
Now we're going into the map proper. After a cutscene.
What a hunt! I heard about your victory. Very impressive.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought battle, and I'm proud of my part in it.
An excellent beginning to your legend, friend. You know, a lot of folks around here have problems that need solving. A slayer like you could be a big help. Putting your skills to work sharpens them, and helping others wouldn't hurt your reputation either. Think of the glory.
I will seek out these problems and solve them. Then we will see how my legend grows.
And there we are, we just got up to level 1. And the first reward is a dull dagger, but it's... If I hover over the item, you can see the weapon strength is 115 to 122, which is better than what I've got at the moment. So just going to, you get 1,868 experience and 72 copper coins. So,
It's over.
and that 1,883 experience is enough to get me up a level, at level 2. If you hover over this bar down the bottom, you'll see how much experience you've got and how much you need for the next level. Roll your mouse wheel in and out, depending on how far away you want to be from your character. Over on the right, this is your rewards for levelling up. Just left click on that, so and tells you what you got. So we've got 7 primary attributes for power, precision, toughness and vitality. So we attack better, they have more chance of hitting critically, tougher armour as it says, and more health. Access to the hero panel, which we've already looked at, stat increase, which is these, and weapon skill number 2 is now unlocked. So we're going to accept that. Now it's going to tell us what we can expect as we level up further. So at level 5 there'll be a new profession skill unlocked, which will be the 3rd slot down the bottom here. Access to fine equipment. The level 10 is your first part of your personal story, and you'll get 5 hero points at level 11. Because the heroes points aren't unlocked yet, there's no point in showing you that, so we're going to close that down. Top right hand corner here, this little indicator tells you points of interest and areas to go and have a look at. As it says, content guide points the way to nearby events, renowned heart scouts, unexplored areas. So close that down. This is pointing us to this dude here. Ignore the scout. Talk to him and he'll uncover bits of the map, as well as telling you where you can go. So let's have a little look.
This valley is a sacred but dangerous place. Visit the shrines to the
If you want to
spirits
skip,
of the wild.
bottom right hand corner,
You'll be tested by
press
both
M
our
to close the
enemies
map.
and the spirits themselves. And look out for extraordinary chances to prove your courage. You honor us all by acting without being called. There's much ground for you to cover, but you can speed your travels by finding the Asuran waypoints. You may have to pay a small fee to return to them faster than the Ravenflies.
So now it's pointing to a renowned heart for us to do. So let's go and have a look at that. It covers a certain area on the map. Once you get in it, top right hand corner tells you what you need to be doing to complete the heart. So find hidden raven eggs, return them to roost, defeat Skelk and destroy their nests. So if something comes up red, it's basically an enemy. So we're just going to attack it. One thing I forgot to do, press H, open up your hero panel. The dagger we got is better than one equipped, swap it over, literally click, drag and drop. Now do a bit more damage. Don't be afraid to get stuck in. Just collect the egg, drop it in the roast, and as you can see we're earning points towards completing this. So he's actually playing as a guardian, that dude, and that one's a warrior. Looks like they're running together. So let's see if I can get this finished. You don't necessarily have to kill everything yourself. If you tag something, as in give it a whack and someone else kills it, you still class this as a kill for you. Your number one skill, if you see it's got its little arrows around it, so this will auto attack. The other skills need activation. Once you've activated number one skill, it will just keep applying that attack. So we completed this renowned heart, so left click on it, got 45 coins and 90 karma. Let me kill this and I'll tell you about karma. So I've just pressed number one and that's dead. So karma is a form of currency. Yes, I've got a lot of it. And then obviously you've got your normal coins, gold, silver, copper. It takes quite a while to farm that amount of money. We've got another level up, so let's have a look at that. So we get a leather bag, so this is an inventory increase, and we get access to player versus player, so let's just accept that. We already know we're getting these, so let's close that down. So with that bag, open the inventory, and you'll see on the left you've got empty bag slots. So this leather bag, you get it, click it, drag it, drop it down, and your inventory space has just gone up. If you know, look, I'm using 6 out of 24. Take that away. I'm using 7 because obviously I've just put it in my inventory. Out of 20. You can increase the number of these slots and you can get bigger bags. So this is a crafting material. You can right click and deposit the material. Or if you've got lots of items in your inventory, just let me get rid of this.
Eat pain.
Right, let's just go somewhere a bit safer. I don't really want to die on the tutorial, because that'd be quite embarrassing.